it's Nicola Bird here from alittlepeaceofmind.co.uk. Today our letter is H, and the theme for today is how can I help? Now, I watched a video that someone had posted in our Facebook group. We have a Facebook group just for all the private clients, people coming through the Little Peace of Mind 6-week programs. And someone had shared in there a video by a woman called Natasha Swerdloff. And Natasha actually co-wrote the book with Dickin that was in our D for Dickin video. So I love the synchronicity there. And when I watched the video, and I'll post the link to that full video so you can watch it. She's a beautiful speaker and a teacher. And she speaks about, peace in uncertain times, referring to everything that's going on right now. But one of the things that she said that really struck me was that when we get caught up in thought, when we get caught in that busy, worried mind, one of the things that happen is we become more ego-centered, right? Egocentric. We become more self-centered. It becomes more about, what can I get? Like, what do I need? How much stuff can I get off the supermarket shelves, right? And it becomes we kind of close down and become it's all about me, and we become very defensive, and we become, a lot of our thinking is about how to protect me and mine, right? And as a result of that, there's a kind of a real clear drawing of lines between self and other, right? And we become very self-centered. Now, what happens, one of the things that happens is really interesting, what Natasha was pointing to, and I could see how true this was that when we fall out of all that thought, when we fall into the space before thought, we become other-centric, as Natasha called it. So that's those moments where we feel compassion for our neighbours, where we reach out and hand that pack of paracetamol to somebody else, where we see all the stuff on the supermarket and we don't take all of it, where we are suddenly moved and touched by all the amazing things that are going on in the world and the sharing and the caring that's happening in front of our eyes. All of a sudden that gets let into our consciousness. And so to me, I love that because it's a really good indicator. I love the rumble strips that let me know when I'm caught up in thought and when I'm not. And I know over the last couple of weeks, I've alternated between both of those, right? Oh my God, this is like me and my family and blah, blah, blah. And then falling into, now how can I help? Falling into, I can't do these videos because my family has to be the priority, to falling back into how can I help my Alpom family as I know them, right? How can it's like my extended family, right? And we fill up with a feeling of love and compassion and act out of that space rather than limitation and fear and insecurity. And so I guess in this video, I just wanted to point you to the difference. My guess is you've seen that in yourself and the people around you over the last few weeks. And it's really nice to know that what about me and my family, and the fear that comes from that place is temporary. It's not our true nature. The human true nature is one of sharing, is one of compassion, is one of kindness. We shouldn't be so surprised at all the acts of kindness that we're seeing right now, because our true nature is love, joy, and compassion. And every time we fall out of thought, there we are, right back in it again. So what I see is that in those moments where I'm feeling really tight and limited and egocentric rather than other-centric, it's another invitation. It's a rumble strip. It's an invitation to wake back up to how life really works. And as that happens, there I am right back in helping and serving others. Now, to me, one of the reasons that I love being in this line of work and sharing in the way that I do is that, gosh, if more people saw and understood that they're caught up all about me thinking was temporary and made of nothing but fleeting thought, and they didn't take it so seriously, then we'd see more and more and more and more of this kindness and sharing going on in the world in front of our very eyes. If we just understood a little more about how the system really works, and we didn't take ourselves so seriously when we were caught up in thought. So just good to know, right? In those moments where it feels like, you know, I am under threat. I need to get other people away. I need to get what's mine, right? That if we just wait, if we just hang fire for a little while, we'll settle back down, and then we'll know what to do from that space of love and expansiveness rather than tightness and restriction. So I hope that's helpful for you today, and I'll be back with the next video tomorrow. Take care.